Good evening. Reports of my demise have been exaggerated, but not by much. The joys of man flu. Hence the reason I missed the stream at the weekend, unfortunately. But I was too busy coughing up lungs to talk. So we are back with Spectres. We've about another 3 episodes of this story arc to go. That is if the servers behave themselves, because I've been online for about the last half hour or so, and to get to the start point of the mission, it's taken me about 15 minutes from the exchange to here, and I had to change instances twice to try and get a bit of stability. So, let's see what we're going to be doing. So, what lies beneath? And this one involves... Where's the in progress? Yes, I know. I've been watching the bug report on the official Discord and folk are going, this patch has caused more problems. It's like, no. It's the amount of people logging in that's causing the problems, because the servers can't handle it. So what we're doing? So this is in the bowels of Glazana. So that'll be fun. Upside down. So they did fix the badge issue on the vest. So that was the only one I was actually interested in, to be honest. Was the ground Barbie. Well, that and the unrestricted T6 coupon thing for the Xbox. So tonight it's going to be plenty of fluids and plenty of this cough bottle. And try not to cough and use too much. Do like how the net graph stopped way down here at the bottom. Whilst this is trying to load. Same with the packets, sending and receiving. Take an emergency flashlight. But I can see in the dark. I've had my carrots. Okay, that's just a tad bit bright. And I have to say, it makes absolutely zero difference to the room. God, even a mag light would do better. Matter of fact, I've got a head torch in the garage that provides more illumination than this flashlight. Okay. There we go. Let's see how this is going to go. Great. Spiders and I'm arachnophobic. Fantastic. I can't see a fucking damn thing. That's a door. That's a door. House flies I could deal with. Better illumination I could deal with. Jesus, this is bad. Ah, other door. There we go. Like flying with instruments, this. This boy illuminates something. Okay, there's another one that way. This way. In fact, actually, there's an idea. Will ball lightning illuminate anything better? No. You should just make this mission part of the Halloween event. I should put on that triolic rifle thing that we got from the last mission. These flashlights are absolutely useless. Yeah, let there be light. Repair relays, okay. I'm a scientist, I can do that. If I can find them. Yeah, things seem to have lightened up a bit. That's always a good sign.
Hello? Is someone out there? Hello? Please, oh, Prophet, no!
We have ourselves a mystery. Better call Scooby and the gang. Right, see if I can find the rest of these now. I think a match would be better than this flashlight, I tell you. See, I've got a torch in the garage that I used to use when I was out in the field. When I was an engineer. And I would go to like a total, like you couldn't see your hand in front of your face, kind of blackness. And I could use this torch and I would illuminate the entire substation with it. It was a great torch. Die, sunshine. Yeah, it's the same flashlight, unfortunately. Because I've already got one equipped, it'll just stay on. Right, sunshine, I'll come and deal with your Bonica in a minute. Then got to the point where I've actually had to set up a hotkey for muting the mic. You know, it's rather familiar. Huh. Can bring more ghost into this. You know, feel your way around to try and find somewhere, isn't it? So we just couldn't find a light switch. Visual spam time. Yeah, and just because the temple probe's here, I want to try and find it. It's a big pulsating orange thing, it's a bit hard to miss. Not for me apparently, but... Send to the computer core, okay. That's a red shirt. Not surprised he's on the floor, to be honest. I hate it how all my notifications on my watch have got the same hepatics. Spectators. Oh, yes, it was picking up the geranium then, I guess. Let's go back up the way. We want to be going down the way. Timber Pro's got to be around here somewhere. Really need to be clearing out this station a bit more. Oh, there's a Temporal Probe there. Yeah, I've used the chat command a few times unsuccessfully. So A's got to be 4. Let's see how good my math skills are now. That's 7, 5, that's got to be 3. 6 and 8 is 14, so C has to be 1. Right, now we can continue with our mission. Didn't expect that to happen. Yeah, that seems to have taken care of them. Going up, first 4 on Sheree. Going down. So why are you going to go all the way back to K7? What's the matter with just a phone call? Oh dear. This throat is not getting any easier. Right. Back up to the ship. Oh, huge spike there. There we go. See the lag spike down the bottom there. Look at that.
Welcome to Josana. You're cleared for docking. We have everything you need for shoring. And a few
What the
things
hell?
that you didn't even know you wanted. Shopping, drink.
It's not that though. The send and receive packets there just went through the roof. And you can see the lag spike, Jesus. I'm here somewhere. There I am. Well, if they ever need any evidence of issues at the moment, Stream's a prime example. This could take a while to complete these missions at this rate. Whenever you're ready to switch, I just have to give this a minute. There we go. Right, I wonder how many times I want to get bounced back to the transporter room.
Now that we know the Davidians have a portal to the past and approximately where they are focusing their attention,
Choose one of the following when there is only one to choose from. I like that.
obviously the Davidians have found a way to harness this surge of triolic
And
energy.
it's twin phaser array.
Until next time.
I don't have any space. Yes, I do. Just whilst I came across the security officer, I thought that was a good idea to do that. Right. Let's get the time warp on the go. Now I'll move this mic a bit further away so I'm not clipping as much. So we catch up with itself in a minute. There you go. Like one of those cartoons where they do the massive build up and then suddenly just shoot across the screen. There we go again. Well, hey, I made it this time. Okay. Somebody introducing themselves as Darren. Very nice of them. I thought I saw loaded a bit quicker this time since we've literally just been in the map. Yes. Maybe me if I could shoot the wee bugger I would. Oops. At least we've got lights on this time. I'm supposed to be doing something with this, but nothing's popping up for the interactions. Right, so where's the discharge console? That was it, I just had to shoot the body thing. Oh, well, that's good. Shame. Wanted more panic. Yeah, I'll be happy when the feast comes. I'll have something new to play with. Oh, come on, nice load times. I'll probably just finish Spectres tonight and call it a day, I think. His throat is struggling slightly. This is Drozana. This is how Drozana was supposed to be. Now, you think, just a little bit of paint. Yeah, it'd be nice. I should swap uniforms just to blend in, what you reckon? Oh, come on, give me an interaction. I'm guessing they're upstairs. Or just say up the ramp, as the case may be. I might be mistaken. It's not unheard of. My shell game thing, didn't it? I should practice this before the stream. Make myself look better. Now I've got the hang of it. Oh. Well, Rosanna looked quite a nice station back in the day. Absolutely nothing.
The station is on medical alert. That's fine then. I can give you directions. Just head the rest of the way up the ramp. Go through the
What, transducer relay? Oh, geotronic. State of the art. You wouldn't be wrong on either. Did they? Hang on a minute. Something's coming back to me here. There we go. Problem solved. Apart from one numpty decided to hang around. So close. Ah, temporal probe, there we go. It's 1 and 6 is 7, so we need 8, I think. No. B has to be 7. 9, 4, 13, so 2.
Oh, hey. You shouldn't be here. You should get up to the quarantine area. Oh, just running a level 3 diagnostic on the subsystem. I know, isn't it? I'm very fortunate to be able to work here. Working on a station like this, yes. Although it has its own memory and subprocessor as well. It can even work in parallel. Here, I'll show you. That's odd.
Yeah, I'm a smooth talker right there. I tell you, it must be the voice. Alright, disable power taps. Discharge splits. Safety cage and remove model. Should be an engineer with skills like that, I tell you. Yep, I'm going in that door. Hey, look, it's Babylon 5. We've now got green sector. Now we're back to red sector. And up the shaft we go. I'm guessing using auto fire isn't exactly the best idea when you try to sneak through a station. Well, take auto fire off and holster the weapon.
Hold it right there.
I don't think so. What happens if I go this way? And that'd be a dead end. Yeah, well. Here we go. Look, if our name tags on the shoes that fell down. Okay, apparently there's an epidemic on the go. That's bones. At least I've got period specific tricorders, so that's going to help me. Be playing right in. Oh, I should have read that one. Something 30. Interior and exterior. Right, so 70, 30. First you don't succeed. Try again. Right. So you get a bit repetitive. Right. Back to find the induction coil. Now that we've played Doctor enough. Oh, it's like the Green Lantern's lantern. So I want to say in brightest day and darkest night. Dearie me. God, that stuff tastes disgusting. Well, my Archer model finally arrived from Fan Home. So as soon as he throat's a bit better, I will get the review done on that. It's not like the Klein video to do, the Jarok one, the Tamir. Seem to have frozen the gateway. Oopsie. Go and find McCoy. Oh, Doctor. Ooh, now we go back in time again. This time travel can make you dizzy. There we go. Let's wait for that.
So Dolphin's comet is the source of the triolic radiation. That
Oh, hey.
We cannot simply
You
destroy
get whiplash.
our time. The Davidians have the means to go back to the 23rd century.
I'm time traveling just
There.
being on the station.
Until next time.
Oh yeah, I kind of remember this mission. I quite liked this one, I think.
Until next time.
I might take a couple of minutes. I just need to go and refill my cup, and otherwise I might be coughing all over the place. And also, it'll give the server time to settle down a little bit, as we can see from this lovely view on the net graph. I shall be back in a moment. I would do the Bonnikin in the voice, but can't just now. Let's go and play with Haley. As the graph's calmed down a bit. This is definitely not a day to try and do DPS runs on ISE anyway, I'll tell you that much. But with the 4 changes today, I'm tempted to perhaps Sunday get that green ship out, get the trait off it, and go and do a nice 4 build with the either Excelsior 2 or Connie 3. Now, memory serves, this used to take me ages to try and get this done. I hate to say it, my flying has not improved much. Oops, I did it. Hey, first time. You go and try it solo, Eric. So I did the mission this morning. Just to get the vest over on my engineer event tune. So I was going to do it on my space event tune as well before the adaptations kicked in, but I just couldn't face doing it twice in a row. So I might try doing the solo. Hey Spider. So over here on PC it's been a nightmare. Back in receiving high number of packets, and the net graph down the bottom here has been going up the top solid. But I'm just not sure if it's the number of players. But on console that's generally not going to be the case. Or if they've actually done a bit of coding that's interacting badly, shall we say, with the rest of the game code that's causing problems. You and two friends. Yeah, the rubber banding so far and this has been atrocious. And I was saying at the start of the stream there, when I'd been logged on for about half hour, just over half an hour, before I started the stream, and I was standing at the exchange on Rosanna, and it took me about 15 minutes to get to the elevator. And I changed instances quite a few times to try and find a more stable one. So, but I've not done anything on Xbox today, apart from just getting the update and doing my dill refining, since they pushed back the Voth event until tomorrow, when it was supposed to go live yesterday. Almost like Space Ice has got something to do with New Red Sun, yep. I'll have to have a look at that later on. Strong Gold, thank you very much for the bits, pal. I see I'm still fighting the old man flu, but getting there slowly but surely. Yeah. How was the stream? Is it last night you were doing the keys? Or earlier this morning, should I say, for me, that you were doing the key event. I think it started about 1:30 in the morning my time, so I was like, yeah, damn it. I was there in spirit though. Kinda. Yeah, I'm always in the ship drawing. Never expect to win anything though. That way I'm always pleasantly surprised and never disappointed. Why is this on the Mutara stream where I always expect to win and that damn Moobot doesn't give me anything? Done that one, done that one. Where's the rest of them? I don't think I've spoke to Whoopi, to be honest. Or maybe I have on stream. I'm not 100% sure. I always track it who I chat with because I'll talk to anybody, me. Quite fortunate, I've got quite a good group that tend to join the streams on a regular basis, so it's a lot easier to remember who's who and who's doing what. And then that one, I might change that to reverse. There we go. Time to go break down a door. Simple logic. Well, I haven't got them all. I take the Vulcan approach to things. So confused, I'm standing here. Take that to get out of the road. Nothing beyond that door. Nothing behind that door either. It's saying it's up here, but there was no door. I don't tell me this is bugged it. I don't think it has. I've got a sneaky suspicion it should have been a door there that I had to break down. Ah, it's always appreciated, Stronghold. Always appreciated. Yep, I think this is bugged out. And bloody tastic. Nah, I'm really not in the mood to start it again. Just for it to bug out once more. Ah, that's fine, mate. That's true, Cry, that's true. I might wonder about just in case there's something else that I'm supposed to do that's going to trigger it, but I've got a sneaky suspicion that was it. Definitely not that door. I've already been in here, there's hee-haw there. Yeah. That's what I mean. I think the door just wasn't there. It was either supposed to be that door or this door. I'll have to hit it just in case. And we'll hit this door as well, just for giggles. The thing is, the door wasn't there when I went round. And that, because as soon as I came round the corner, the alien, well, the deviant was there. So that door was already open when I came round the corner. Unless, when I set off Approaching Agony. When I was fighting in here, maybe. Let's beam up and we'll beam back down. And I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. See what part it puts me back at. Right, there we go. Right, okay. Right, so no modules, no kit modules, just simple, easy phasers. Trying to stop the bar fights. Yeah, I guess as well, I was spanning Approaching Agony and everything. So. Yeah, bar fight done. We still kill the old ways. Probe's moved. Alright, so done this one, that's clear. Bar's clear. And there's clear. Back in here. Okay. Right. I'm going to take auto fire off as well, just being. Hey, sad evident. Right. There we go. Doors there this time. There we go. Put all fire back on now. Come on, he's like disappear. And there's Scary. Played by Jimmy Doohan's son.
You can call me Scott.
Damn man flu. That looks like I feel like Scotty there as well, funnily enough. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, very much appreciated. Right, Scary, what we got? Well, we'll see how that one goes hard if we get that far. The problem is a lot of these older missions were never designed with the newer kit modules in mind. So as Clive correctly suggested, the AoE that I'd done with the Agony, approaching Agony had bugged this one to begin with.
What were those things? Oh, are you looking for something
Right.
in the store? Oh, I don't know. Maybe a nerve. Do you have a drink for me?
Nerve tonic. Now she just wants to get pished.
What can I get you? A nerve tonic? Almost every culture in the galaxy has nerve tonics. Tell you what, one of the waitresses should be able to help you narrow down what kind of nerve tonic would be best.
Here's the bar staff.
Who do you think you are? First the lights go all strange, then these weird creatures show up, and worst of all, you're here picking fights with my best customers. Look at dear
Oh, I didn't realise you did that in the continues as well.
You should be nerve tonics. How can I think about nerve tonics when my sweet
I guess she's not going to be of any assistance. hot sour something, yeah. At least I get a little bit of warning when the cough's coming.
Do you have a drink?
Somebody's going to tell me something about it.
What can I get you? A nerve tonic? Tell you what, one of the waitresses.
Sorry, talk to him.
Nerve tonics. Nerve tonics. How could I think about nerve tonics when my sweet Captain McCoy...
Drunk Scotsman, that's what it is. Thinking, honestly, see the reputation thinking my people get.
Did you get the quantum flux regulator? Nerve tonics. Ah, you don't look like you need one of those. These wee beasties are troublesome, but they're not as bad as a ship. Oh, for Cassidy. Now that makes sense. She's a bonny lass, that Cassidy, and more than willing to spend a little. Glad to hear it. Sounds like she needs something to take a wee bit of the edge off, and that happens to be one of my specialties, along with transwarp transporter technology and warp field mechanics. Cassidy's been meeting me every evening in the bar for a spot cheer, but I've seen Cassidy order these drinks. Cassidy really likes the little pick-me-up of a drop of Skagarian whiskey. Plus, she doesn't like the wee shot glasses or the silly paper umbrellas. Who ever heard of putting
Can't keep him on that one.
A glass of whiskey. I've seen Cassidy order these drinks. Cassidy didn't like the salty taste of that on the other end.
Salty
She
taste.
really enjoyed the fact that it was
Honey.
mixed with a drop of honey that floated on the top of the drink. I've seen Cassidy order. The only time I saw Cassidy ordering blood wine was when she was feeling under the weather. Poor lass. She liked that it was served warm, but she hated those blasted head. I've seen Cassidy order. Zalay brought Cassidy a Denevian mead a few nights ago. Ugh, terribly sweet stuff, like drinking syrup. Cassidy didn't like the cloying sweetness, and the wee bug broke out into... I've seen Cassidy order these drinks. Cassie and I got into a drinking contest with a Klingon one night, and we ended up drinking fire wine. It's not as good as Scotch, mind you, but it's better than drinking warp core coolant. The next morning, after she picked herself up off the floor, Cassidy told me that the fire wine was so spicy that she was afraid it had eaten a hole through her stomach. I've seen Cassidy order these drinks. Martinis aren't my cup of tea, as it were. She appreciates that a martini
Dearie
is
me.
as cold as possible, but since she nurses her drinks, the cold tends to dissipate, and she doesn't get the full effect. She's quite fond of those fancy stem glasses, though.
That's the same glasses.
These drinks. Cassidy really likes her Sumerian sunsets, mostly because of the sour taste. She hates it. I've seen Cassidy order these drinks.
It's been a long time since I've been a bartender, but let's see what I can mix up here.
What can I get you? I'll need some more details.
Right, so I wanted hot.
What kind of flavor profile are you looking
What is it? Hot. So
for? How strong do you want this drink to be? How would you like this drink to be, sir? And last but certainly not least, what kind? This should be all the info.
let's see if that works. If not, I'm going to the wiki.
Do you have a drink for me? Oh, I love warm drink. Oh, there's a love. Oh, there's just enough. Oh, I love the style of this. Honey. No, not you.
Ta-da! Now let's not get stereotypical that a Scotsman knows his drinks. I've got a bloody fly flying about.
Tool for the...
Yeah, keeps things interesting. That's where it would be. Yeah, I did Cold War last week. So, it's, Spectres tonight, probably Nimbus tomorrow night, and maybe Lost Dominion, depending how far we get and how long my throat holds out for. Then Sunday we'll get the that Breen Dreadnought out and have some fun with some builds, do some fire at will stuff. Let's say either on the Excelsior 2 or Connie 3.
A ship from the house of Turas.
Duras.
Captain.
Let's cry havoc and let's slip the dogs of war. Yeah, Nimbus is a doddle, and that made me quite quick. The way the server's behaving tonight, I reckon those kind of battle zones or social zones, whatever you want to call them. If I would. Cry, what did you do that made... There we go. I've allowed it. It's, for some reason it's thought that it's not liking. Yeah, what I'll probably end up doing is during the day tomorrow I might just run around and hit all the transporters. I think I might have to put it on the allowed list, I think.
Excellent work. I knew I could count on
What
you.
did we get for this one?
Disappearance of Drifting's comet in the 23rd century will be a scientific
You know what?
curiosity.
I might take the Type 2
Steps to
and I might put it to Epic 15.
involvement. And I trust until next time.
For no reason other than the fact that I'd like a Type 2 TOS phaser. Right, well that's finished that a bit quicker and I'm still feeling alright, and I'll probably stream for about another half hour or so, so let's go and start Nimbus. First off, let's sort out all this wash. No, I don't want that. Don't want that, and I don't want that. Well, were you PC or Xbox, mate? Or console, should I say? I'll say Xbox, so I should say console. Let's see, what's the backlog up to now? And it's still relatively stable at 15.2. Anyway, let's go and do Nimbus. So I've done Cold War, I've done Spectres. There's Nimbus. Oh yeah, I also got to do bleeding Nakura. Oh, has it? I've not seen a price increase email yet. Yeah, it took me a while to get it to update on Xbox earlier. It was around like 1/5 of the bandwidth I had available. Once in the future, I can't remember what that is. Secrets in the Mist, that's the one I wanted. There we go. Oh, it's take cleaning the house as well, because you can get that out of the way as we go through it. Right, I just wonder how bad this is going to be, performance-wise. How many of the Look at Me brigade are parked at the entrance to Paradise City? Ooh. Hey, look, there's Dan. Well, that's what I was saying. Well, I'm in instance 2. Yeah, so 1's high, 8 and 3, yeah, so instances are fine. I was waiting for Crive. I thought you'd forgotten about that.
You want information? Funny seeing you for... You want information?
Shall never forget. Why is Dan just standing there in the middle of Paradise City? You reached the entrance to the bar. I tell you, they're trying to give me a fucking reputation here.
You're here for information. Someone told you I could give it. I'll tell you what I told the others.
Well, since I'm already at the bar, I don't know what had been there, funnily enough. I suppose there's there. Oh, look at my crew, look at me, look at me, look at my crew. Not done this for ages. Damn cat. Just interested, damn shame you can't send me those DOFs on Xbox. Mash for needing DOFs. I'll hug everybody, me. On the beam directly to sickbay. think it was me and Nimbus. Wildwood. I think it was me and Nimbus. I was saying that the with it being one of the battle zones or social zones, whatever you want to call it, they've got a habit of lagging out with too many folk on it. That's why I checked what instance I was in. More weapons. I don't know, to be honest, if it is for everybody or not. Confront 2 of 8, right. I'm too lazy to walk all the way back. I've got an arthritic hip. I can't walk that far. Definitely can't run like that, I tell you.
I apologize for... I can only...
I am the law. I actually watched Dread the other night, actually, the Carl Urban one, not the Stone one. Ten hours 50 minutes. Oh Jesus, that is bad. I was complaining I was like 25 minutes.
Who is it? Oh, you're not from around here. Peace.
Aye, because it's what's a 16.5 gig console update, isn't it?
Well, I'm sure there's...
Can't remember where the hell am I supposed to be bloody going. Scan old code. Ah, right. The worms. Makes more sense. See, I've got a 500 meg fibre connection, but the Xbox was limiting it to about 100, 110 meg connection. So it was taking a while for me, but Jesus, 10.5 or 10 hours 50 minutes, that's a bloody long time for an update. Yeah, 16.75, yeah. I'll probably try and actually schedule an Xbox stream for next week, I think. Purely because the story's going to be finished. Hey, Maze. And to be honest with you, I'm at a loss of what to do after I finish the story on this character. I do have one more character I need to do the freaking story missions on, but I think I'll leave that to next year, I think. Oh, I got to do jumpy on them as well. I forgot about that. I do, but I'll leave my main character to do all the accolade stuff. I think it'll be console stream next week. That could be a interesting one because we'll be... The Voth event is starting tomorrow on console. So, that could be something interesting to do next week, I think. In 2 minds whether to go and grab a capture card or not. Because I can stream my Xbox to my PC. easy enough. But I just want to see I'm going to see how stable the connection is. Yeah, I say I find it great because I used to travel a lot for work over the last couple of years, so I always took my laptop with me. And it was great because I could stream from my Xbox console in the house to wherever I was in the world, which meant I could do my STO dailies whilst I was away. That's why I was doing them on PC. So, is it the legendary battle cruiser? Or the legendary Botters Q, or the legendary Enterprise B, Enterprise C? I'm confused. Doesn't really take much to confuse me, to be perfectly honest with you. Right, give me your Queenie. You're mine. Oh, a good bit of violence to perk you up when you're not feeling well. Right, done that bit. Let's bring back to the bar. Ooh, getting a stereo. I know. Scotsman visiting multiple bars in one day. Who would have bloody thought it? Access code is a key and code is... Oh, Christ. Right, so I'll change the first digit to... Now to 10. There we go. Change the third digit to 15. Hey, there we go. How easy is that, eh? Ah, cool. Got you.
You want information? This blind man must be some... You want information?
So I could actually type. No, you're talking the Intel support cruiser there and the Excelsior. Yeah. I do like them for nice immersion theme builds, I have to say. Obviously the Ambassador's got the History Remember trait on it as well. I got them off of was it the 10th? And the 11th anniversary bundles, I think. No, the 11th. They both came on the 11th, yeah. Yeah, not that many more lungs to throw up here, tell you. Put them. Right. Create a replicator for the bar.
You're looking to help us? Interesting. It makes me wonder what your motives are. A replicator for the bar.
Huh? Aye, the vodka. That's it is. I really do like the vodka, and I used it quite a lot until I got the Botter skew, and then I replaced that with the D7. At the moment, it's using the Tenir on my Klingon character just now. Show of force. Right, let's be forceful here. The Excelsior was quite a nice design, I have to say. It was nice to see it in action, if you like, in the Undiscovered Country. Can't get around that way, but this way. Right down. The question is why am I holding the phaser to my ear like it's a phone? That could be dangerous if the finger slipped. D7 is nice. I'm talking. Boost morale. Always with the boosts. Yeah, I think I told the story that it's the last stream of the stream before that I went to a Star Trek convention in Glasgow many years ago, and I picked up the D7 model kit, the ERTO or the AMT or whatever they want to call them, and brought it home, you know, all happy as Larry, you know, wee teenager, big Star Trek fan, and the top section of the engineering hull was malformed from manufacture, not due to damage or anything. So as is before, you know, he had email and companies' websites, etc. Going back quite a while, and I wrote a letter over to the States, to their head office, and they replied back asking me to send I'll probably still be quite a lot of folk downloading it. Wildwood, it's probably overloading, and they asked me to send them the D7 model kit that I had because it was no longer in production. They couldn't send me the part for it, so I just sent it over, and about 3-4 weeks later they sent me back their new model, which was the Bird of Prey, and it had a big clear acrylic disc that you actually built the model through. In fact, I just sent a picture of it just whilst we're talking. And so I'd bought this £10-15 model kit, and they sent me this £50 kit back. Which I thought was very nice of them at the time. See if I can find the one that it was. I think it's in a lost art form these days, actually building the plastic model kits. That was before Generations came out. That's how far back that goes. Up there, is it? I'll bring this over. Not exactly the best of pictures, but so that was the one they sent me back, so you could have it in attack mode, flying mode, what have you. You just built it with the wing through the acrylic disc, so it made it look like it was floating in the air. Yes, I was fair chuffed, at such a young age, and built it, painted it, obviously all the right colours, and put it together. So, but that is a company that, you know, had a fault with their product. You know, couldn't fix the mistake or the error, so instead substituted. Yeah. Yeah, so that was the good old ones with the old poly cement glue and the paint brushes and the Stanley blades and the sticking your fingers together or sticking you and the model to the tables, etc. But I used to build them all back then. You know, I had excuse me, Enterprise A, the original Enterprise, Romulan ships, DS9 as well, had DS9 as well. What other ones did I have? I was forever building models as a kid. Busties, Christmases, that's what it was with model kits. Well, you go and enjoy making up your interesting concoctions, Eric. Legendary desert beasts. Dun dun dun. But the only time I don't have an endeavour to take out the scorpions. I still don't trust myself with super glue, let alone back then. Jesus. Funny enough, I actually had to fix the George Foreman grill tonight because I had a moment, shall we say, where I realised that the last person that used it hadn't cleaned it, and I might have slammed the lid shut, which in turn broke the handle off it. So the super glue was out, and the description in the tube said non-drip gel. This thing was pouring everywhere. Tuna Mickey roll, nice. Not a big fan of dumplings myself, but so it's not too bad. When I moved out, hey Stasis. When I moved out in parents' house and moved in with the now wife, my father thought it would be a good idea just to store these kind of things in a drawer in the garage. And fun enough, we actually came across, we were cleaning up my dad's garage a few months ago. Once I finished shooting these folk, I'll show you what we came across. Oh, damn it, I'm way the wrong way. I was supposed to be back down there freeing prisoners. 2 dicks, I'll show you what we came across. So, yes, that was Scotland's ass you just seen. So, came across these. Got to remember to move opposite direction of what I want to do when I'm looking at the screen. So the auto inner space sets that came out in the 90s. So the Type 2 from TNG. Also the Enterprise D as well. There you go. Yeah. Which opens up quite nicely to have also the bridge, ready room, a brig as well. Turbo lifts, 10 forward. The forward is still in there. And so is the little shuttlecraft. So I bought them when I was in the States. I was in the States. 95, I think it was. So, yeah, so I'm about 95, 96, I think I was there. Remember trawling up International Drive in Florida and Orlando, hunting for this store that I'd heard about that sold all this Star Trek merchandise and these sets and everything. And I remember I got the comm badge as well, the comm badge, medical tricorder set, the phaser, the Borg cube. I think they also did a shuttlecraft as well, can't remember. Yeah, so that's what we came across. So out of all the stuff that I had that my dad had thrown in a cupboard or a drawer, they were the only two things that weren't busted. That's my father's not exactly the lightest of touch when it comes to doing with things like that. He just decided to break them apart to make them fit, and then we can be glued back together. My favourite Cardassian ship, the Galore class, I think. And it's just something about that. The Keldon looks nice, but I always prefer the Galore. That's fair enough. I kind of took it one step further. I went STO buying all the ships, and then doing the Eagle Moss and Fan Home collections. I thought it was going to slam that hard, to be honest. One more set of prisoners to free. Yeah. There's nobody here. That was easy.
Thank you. I thought I'd be sold into slave.
So we're back up here and back to doing this. For some weird bizarre reason, Shift 3 acts the same as just pressing 3, and Shift 3 is my mic hotkey at the moment. I need to change that to something else. I was really also in what, one episode? Yes, I do regret a few years back there's a kind of like a home bargain kind of store. It's basically like a few seasons old of clothing from brands that are quite cheap, and they do have a small toy section if you like. And I was in there looking for something for somebody, and I came across the Bird of Prey, the Enterprise D, and the Enterprise A, I think it was. Can't remember the Hot Wheels models, but they were very close to it. And I didn't buy them. I really wish I had. They did, yeah, and I think the current Hot Wheels ones that are still available, I've seen them on Amazon. They're about £40 for one of the models. I've actually got the Vengeance, I think it's the JGA Enterprise as well. From Hot Wheels. I found them in Asda actually, local supermarket. Alright. It's been a while since I watched the Dice cast, to be honest. Storming the Stronghold. Right. Yeah, that's the right way I need to go, yeah. Hi honey, I'm home. Yeah, that's the same one I've got. It's in a box somewhere at the moment. See, I just happened to be in Asda, the local supermarket, and I just seen Star Trek. I was like, oh, what's that? I went, oh, hello. I'll have you. I keep checking every time I'm in now, just on the off chance that I'll find a little hidden gem somewhere. I think the problem with the JGA ones is that they went from setting it before the original series, but setting the ships as if they're from the motion picture era. That was the problem. and the sets were terrible for the ships. And given the fact that at the time the timeline would have changed, or would have split, the ship designs had already been done, so there had already been either the Constitution in service, or certainly the design for it from his predecessor. So
That's about all I can tell you. You did what? That's amazing. If everything you said is true, then you're a... You want information? I've got it.
okay. I just think if they'd not went OTT within themselves and not tried to make it motion picture era for the films. As much as I'm not a Discovery fan, as anybody that's seen any of my stuff will know, at least their Constitution is more in keeping with the TOS era. Except for the fact it's one hell of a lot bigger and what have you, it's got stupid bloody windows on it, but apart from that, yeah, I think the problem is when you get something that's starkly different from what came before out of the blue. It's like, I don't know. We've not had the natural progression to that yet. That little fly's annoying the hell out of me. Oh look, temporal probe. How handy's that? What we got? I think there's no timer on this. Yeah. Again, that would be like going from the Enterprise D to the Defiant. Again, another very stark difference to the design, and then Voyager's another different design. And Enterprise, then XO1, again, different design. So it's, yeah. I say everybody likes different things in Star Trek, and that's the beauty of Star Trek, is that there's something probably just about for everybody in it. Get orientated. Okay, I'm orientated the right way. Damn, can I skip these bloody scenes? I was going to say, want to start shooting, but there's nothing there left to shoot. Oops. Gato. Might get why those blue lights fitted, it just zaps freaking all these bugs just started doing my nothing. I say everybody likes different shows, different characters or different ships, and nothing wrong with that. See, I can be very diplomatic. And I'm not dropping along everywhere. Hey, big scorpion. Give me a fella. Oh, sort of one kicking a bit somewhere. Preaching to the converted, mates. Preaching to the converted. They're gone with the magic rocks that can follow you no matter which way they throw them. How do you think you're doing, you wee fucking sick bugger? I say different stories, different methodologies in the storytelling, and so both were good. It held its own against DS9 during its run, so. Right, let's go and capture this little annoying sod. I was killing everybody in the bar by the looks of things. Pardon me, coming through. Excuse me, coming through. Damn it, sorry, I thought I'd muted the mic there. That's just why we queue up cleaning house at the same time as doing this mission.
Enough! I've tolerated Romulans, lowlives, and scum.
Well, Paramount had the canned hail, it might have had a chance. No, I say Babylon 5's good, Star Trek's good, Star Wars is good, apart from the Disney stuff, but that's my own opinion. And so we all like what we like. We're all Star Trek fans, that's why we're here. Playing STO. As the Vulcans say, the infinite diversity and infinite combinations.
I really didn't need your help. Had it all under control. But if you're looking for allies, help me fix my phase alignment couplers, and I'll fight for you.
I always forget to repair the ships whilst I'm fighting off the enemy.
Assist me in repairing my gravity. You don't know how helpful you've been. When my weapon systems are offline, a little help?
That would be interesting and to see them at it. I always forget I'm not making command ship. I always forget to use the command mechanics. Where the wee fighters coming from? Sounds ominous. A dreadnought. Let's go and say hello. Oh, Starfleet Way, non-Starfleet Way. Starfleet Way, non-Starfleet Way. Better be a good Starfleet officer. And go and actually find them as well.
I've never known defeat.
Two good things came out of this.
And that's what I need to choose.
We have his database. You're responsible.
I'll take that.
You want information?
Let's feel going. There we go. Well, I'm going to speak to Law first. Here I am running off to the canyon. I see they both had different visions of the future for humanity. Ah, that's nice. He addressed the letter to me.
If they're anywhere on your best bet is
Go to the canyon. I'm just curious as to where technology is going to take us in the next 100 years. Not that any of us will be around to see it, unfortunately. But it'll be interesting. Right, just before I jump into this canyon, I'm going to go and refill this cup again. Swallow some more of this cough bottle. And I'll be back in a couple of minutes. And I'm back. Let's see what I've missed in the chat. Eric, you and your typos. Hey Rumble, how we doing? Fair enough. Yeah. Still choked with man flu, unfortunately. I've been coughing quite a bit. I'm trying to stay hydrated at the moment, but I've not streamed for a while and I was getting a bit antsy. I was also very bored tonight as well. I logged in when the servers came back up for about 5 minutes and went, that's me done everything I need to do. What am I going to do now? I thought, the hell with it, I'll stream. And I had originally said that I was just going to do the Spectres story arc, finish that off and then disappear. But finish Spectres and I thought, I'll do Nimbus. Which means we can finish off Lost Dominion tomorrow night. And probably Mutara. Spectres was good. I do like stuff with TOS themed to them, to be honest with you. I'd like to get some more of it at some point in the future. It's just that last mission in Lost Dominion with that fucking spacewalk. You can always hope that they'll eventually do an Enterprise story arc. That would be nice. Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's some new variants out, but I don't have any tests, so it could be COVID, it could just be man flu, and symptoms are very much the same. So, but nobody really tests for it anymore, and they're not really that bothered about it now, so it's like, yeah. If it is, it is. I'm not out and about anyway. I'm working from home, I'm not in the office. So... yeah. I'm just going to... Oh, a minute, I missed a Gone console somewhere. Where did I miss the Gone console? Oh, of course, you've got to go up and round, you don't just run straight through in this one, you know. Let's not get bogged down on it. One thing we need to remember is each of the shows was never designed to put technology against technology. Or just enjoyable shows. Am I going the right way or am I going the wrong way? I'm going the wrong way. Follow the cables, that would be a damn good clue, wouldn't it? I think I got one or two more stories in that arc to come, because they did say that it was going to be the 16th anniversary before it was finished. So Do you stop throwing bloody rocks at me, you bugger? I'm getting tired of it. You just can't be a good old bitty man for you feel sorry for yourself and get absolutely zero sympathy off the wife and kids. Stop throwing bloody rocks at me, for Christ's sake. Shoot the buggers. Your rock versus my phaser. Who's going to win? For Christ's sake. Stop it! I've not got my hard hat on. It's the fact that they self-navigate to you after they've thrown them, which is even more impressive. Just give me satellite codes, don't give me the rest of the bump. Yeah, I think we'll just drop the COVID subject. We'll concentrate on the joys it is Star Trek. And me getting hit by flying rocks. That's very true. And rocks have evolved. They're now homing rocks. Speaking of rocks, I remember I was reading on the news the other week that the world of rock skimming or stone skimming was rocked by a scandal of cheating. That contestants were finding perfectly round rocks and be able to skim them further than anybody else. And I'm like, that must have been a slow ass news day that day. See, that's the one thing I don't get, Eric, as well, is the fact that they said on the stream that like that, Rumble, like that. And so we want to do first to change to 20. Come on. Thank you. And third to change to 30. Oh, wait a minute, I've done this wrong, haven't I? Double them. Damn it, I thought it was the fucking first one. There we are. They were saying on their stream that they had at the request of Paramount, because they didn't know what they were doing with the 7 character, following on from Picard. So that's why they left her a bit vague, but I'm like, why would that matter in Star Trek Online since it's not considered canon? So what difference does it make that we do with 7 of 9 here? I'll have her in Starfleet because she was originally supposed to have the tactical vest, not Sean. So I was like, seems like a bit of a poor excuse, but hey ho. It probably was a conversation that happened, but I just don't get the reasoning behind it personally. Tom Cruise playing the Ferengi. He's a bit the heighty one. I was reading the other earlier on actually. I didn't realise that Ernie Hudson had actually auditioned for a part in Star Trek, but didn't get it. The guy who played Winston Zedmore in Ghostbusters. Yeah, could very well have been Crive, and it just seems a bit thingy. Obviously, I get the fact that they've got to run everything past Paramount so that they don't inadvertently do a storyline similar to one that's upcoming, etc. That as well, alright, fun enough. But we all know your views on Secret Hideout. This one.
You survived the Gorn and found Hakim's...
Yes, we did.
I'm well and truly impressed. I've been thinking about something.
Oh, that's a decent one. That's that. Oh, another one. Just ditch all this. It's clogging up the inventory. Right, so I'm sure there's still the satellite, and I think that's the last one of this story arc, I think. A wee quick scan through. Honestly, I do wish they'd just put these back into the main rotation.
Until next time.
Oh, what did you do? Hey, we're getting there, Will. We're getting there, Bill. I don't want uranium. I don't need things like that. I don't craft. I don't bother with things like that. I'm on Rumbles. What did you do? I'm curious. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. Anytime I mean salvage, it's pretty much I do a rescue. Patrol. Get the salvage that way. So, hey ho. Surprised it was sooner, because well, Western mods are really walking a tight line. So it's not to be seen as they were on the old forums. Wasn't there an alarm thingy here? Yeah, there is. Yeah, I'm surprised because she's normally alright. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, I think Suna is overwhelmed with workload though, to be fair. Obviously, she's the face of Deca. Alright. I have to see who that is. I don't recognise the name, to be honest.
The test subjects are reacting well to the indoctrination procedures. We had a few casualties, as we expected. But those that survived should be able to start phase 3 by the end of the week.
Always suspicious, but I think they're up to. Oh, disable the alarm. Pay attention, Mark. It does help. Disabled that already. There we go.
Proceed carefully. This patient hasn't responded well
Yeah, that's
to
that.
the treatments.
I say, my main tune, I've got fucking millions of dells sitting there. Well, see, that's kind of surprising because they have been asking for feedback, certainly from the CCs. We've been asked by Suna to give feedback on new content, the new release, etc. And, you know, we've been brutally honest, you know, about the bugs, the issues, etc. So I'd be surprised if that was that was causing the concern. Yeah, we're all good.
The light. I was in a shuttle. There were tall Shi'ar attacking my colony. There was a blinding light and a noise that vibrated the cabin like it was coming apart. Then there was blackness. I woke up here. They keep asking.
So we'll play nice. Let's just enjoy the rest of this thing here. It could have been, but as I say, it's one of these things where there is issues that we spot and we highlight it. And as long as we're highlighting it in a productive manner, and I can't see why they'd thing it unless it was one of these ones where she was just absolutely hammered and just decided just to go, enough's enough. And so, but hell, done and dusted. So I'll do Admiralty when I've got to get the ranks up. for a new tune, but occasionally I'll do the Ferengi one for the Dill bonus when I know there's a bonus Dill weekend coming in with the VIP vouchers, etc. I get stockpiles during that for hopefully a future Phoenix event, which we are really overdue. Hey, great Epsilon, there we go. There we go. Right, let's get this temporal probe. For ad-free viewings, think subscription. Want to do the job of being stream elements because it's not popping up. I don't need to go in and fix that bot. I don't know what's wrong with it. Because it's supposed to pop up with YouTube channels and etc. That's 2, 8, so that's got to be 7, 6. No, there's a 9. Okay. No. 8, 4 is 12, so that's got to be 3. Yeah, I say I played differently, and so once I've tended to maxed out my Doffs and my Admiralty, I rarely go back into it, unless I want to do something specific, and the rest of the time I get my EC and Dill and that just from my normal gameplay, and that which, you know, it works for me. I'm happy with that way. So, what do we do with this boy now? Right, spank him. I see. I think the problem with Twitch is that it's automated. So when you report it, it's generally a bot that's making the decisions, and that rather than a flesh and blood human being. Because I get the spam bots coming in on occasion. I've managed to filter most of it out now, but when I report them, I get an instant we've dealt with it. I mean, literally within a minute, you know, they've removed the account. So I used to do the game constantly, but with everything that's happened over the last 18 months, state of the game, etc., all the sales carry on and that, I kind of lost my drive for a bit. And the one thing that does keep me going is doing these streams, and that you know, I thoroughly enjoy interacting with everybody in the chat. You know,
Until next time.
actually making me play through the story missions in this character has been fun as well, as much as I say I hate the story missions. This boy got anything for me? Yep. Is that Nimbus finished, or there's still more to go? Yeah. I think it would be a good idea that having, because obviously, no, we're admirals, we should have a fleet. And and have it scale up depending on how many ships you bring in. And have it such as, you could have one escort or two escorts only, or one battle cruiser, one carrier, or something like that. But to be honest with you, the way the game is, I don't think they could make that happen easily without causing a lot of problems. I finished that. Is that Nimbus finished? I want to say it is, but I'm not 100% sure. Hey, there's an accolade for me, Barfly. Yeah, no, definitely well would have. It took me a while to get my head around that when I played Legacy the first time it came out. I've got it on my machine just now and I've been playing it on and off, especially during downtime. But yeah, I just try to get your head around having the other ships there that you can go into command of them, or you can put them onto attack, defense, etc. I don't remember what the accolade for Nimbus was. Scroll down to N and see if I can find it. I just want to see if I've actually completed the storyline or not. Yeah, the engine itself isn't so much the problem, and because even if they moved it to Unreal 5, for example, we'd still have exactly the same problems because the coding used isn't a standard one. So it's not like they could just literally just grab it and port it over. I think I discussed that on one of the recent streams. So we've got what we've got, they can remaster the graphics quite to a certain extent. We've seen that. So they keep doing that. And the main problem is it's a very niche code. So trying to get folks' head around it is probably half the problem. But if they were to ever look at shifting it, it would take years and all of their resources, if not more. So we wouldn't get any new content, no new ships. It would kill it. Even developing one in the background, unless you could take over everything you've already got, folk wouldn't bother with it. So yeah, exactly it, Arch, and I've said it numerous times, and I won't shy away from saying it again. The approach that Cryptic used was short-term gain, to hell with the long-term, and they wouldn't look at saying, right, if we did 175% mud bundle sale, for example, a year, we'd probably get more folk buying them, which means they get used to the better ships, which means they might gamble for more, and we make money that way. It would be a case of, well, if we do the 50% sales, we'll make money quicker, and a bit less of it. Or if they lowered the cost of them by a couple of thousand Zen, or just lowered the cost of Zen, folk would buy more, and they'd probably make more money. So it's all about the monthly balance sheet So, right, what is this thing for fucking Nimbus, by the way? Because I'm looking about and trying to find it. I can't find the damn thing. Nimbus. Comary. Right, got one more to do. One more to do, and then that's it, and I'm going to finish this tonight. Right, available. Where the pixie damn Comary one? Come on, people, help me out here. Is it this? Nah, it's something different. Nothing in progress. Why is that still showing as no? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm trying to find this Comary one that's am I supposed to do to finish off the Nimbus story arc. Where's the wiki? Time to get the wiki out, people. Wasteland. Okay. What's that? Blind Men, Undying, Fistful Gore, Installation 18. Right, so it says Installation 18 was the last story mission for that arc. Yeah, it was just when it was saying there on the hell was that? Accolades. Nimbus joint. It says Comary. Hey, their stream element's finally kicked in. Okay. Right, let's run back to the big satellite because I just want to get Nimbus finished off completely. I say, well, it's not a bad idea at all, and I'd say I just can't see them being able to implement it at the moment. Not to say in the future they couldn't, but at the moment, given the struggles that they have with the coding, the amount of bugs and everything left unfixed by Cryptic, I think they've got a long road ahead of them. So I know I sound a bit of a apologetic for them, apologist for them, but I've had my doubts about Decker over the last wee while. I was very staunch defender of them to begin with. Then radio silence and all the issues annoyed me and stuff like that, but I think stuff is going to get better. It's just not going to get better quickly. Oh yeah. I know exactly what you mean. I say, for them to be able to code that into the game though, to have it function the way that we want it to function. Oh, there we go. Decrypting the fucking transporters. There we are. Happy days, people, happy days. So that's Nimbus finished. Which means Lost Dominion for tomorrow night. So I'm going to wrap things up because that's been, good God, it's been one of my longer streams, almost 3 hours. Jesus. I'm just having a look on Twitch to see if anybody's streaming STO or Seems to be all pretty much Star Citizen tonight. That's the same category and see if that pops up anything. He's German. Yeah. Okay. See if I have anybody on followings twitching. Nah, it's just scammer paybacks. Right, so I don't have anybody to read out to, unfortunately. So, yeah, so we'll just have a quick chat before I finish off the stream. Yeah, I'd say that the main issue is that obviously over the years they've had different folk programming it. Testing's been questionable and that, and bug fixes haven't come when they should have done, so they've been left. So all that's just left in there, and for the new team to try and decipher what's incorrectly interacting and causing the problems is going to take quite a while. And but again, we're going back to the whole short-term profit conversation versus long-term gains. You know, stripping it back and adding it in stage by stage and just saying to the player base, right, for the next 6 months we're going to be taking it back to basic. Your stuff will still be there by the time we're finished, however we're going to be doing X, Y and Z in the meantime. But I say we can see that just speaking of the lag there, drive, you can see down the bottom here the net graph has dropped dramatically compared to what it was. So yeah, I'm currently on a 16 player map at the moment. I think that's also partly what the problem is, the number of players in an instance. So I did see that pop up. So, but I'm going to wrap it up for tonight, everyone. Thank you all for joining. I do apologise for my constant coughing and that, but it'll get better. So hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow night around about the same time, and as I say, we'll get Lost Dominion out the way, and that'll free up for the weekend for playing with that green ship. So take it easy, everybody. I shall